everybody. Sorry it took me a second. I was running a little bit late. Hey everybody. How's everyone doing tonight? Welcome everybody. Welcome to Real Talk Recovery. My name is Nicole and I'm a person in long-term recovery. My sobriety date is July 13th of 2015. And I had some really great suggestions on what to talk about tonight, but the majority voted for the 3 stages of grief, which honestly, you guys, I think this is a great topic with everything that's been going on in my life lately. And so I'm excited to talk to you guys about it. Now, of course, we will talk about other things. I'm not just gonna, stick to one topic. I like to bounce around a little bit. We can talk about different things. Let's start out with the 3 stages of grief, and then, Natasha, what we'll do is after we finish up with that, then we'll go to the detox. How's that sound? Okay? And so you guys come on in. Everybody come on in. If you don't mind, share the live stream, invite a friend. I'm probably going to have to get up and let my dog in because she always goes outside. So let me go grab her. Come on, Jetta. Come on, baby. Good girl. Okay. Lock that door. All right, y'all come on in. Welcome, everybody. I'm so glad y'all are here. Thank you, everybody, for coming and spending time with me today here on TikTok. Sorry, I play with my hair a lot. Y'all know. That's one of my nervous tics. Something I do just because I get nervous. No, I do not have a daughter. Why? Okay, there's my fat girl angle. Whoop, whoop. So y'all come on in. We're going to talk about the 3 stages of grief. For those of you guys that don't know, I lost my dear friend Rachel last week to an overdose. And just a lot of stuff has been going on in my life recently. And I've lost quite a few friends that were close to me just recently. And I've always struggled with grief, and one of the things that I struggle with is closure. It's like sometimes I just can't accept that it's happened. Sometimes I feel like it's just not real. You know what I mean? Like I'm in another dimension. So yeah, we're going to talk about that. You guys come on in. Come join me. Come hang out with me. I'm really grateful to have all you guys here. Look who it is. It's Micah. You guys shout out to Micah. Micah, how you doing in your recovery, girl? Yeah, it's hard. And it's like it can feel like we're in an alternate reality is what I feel like has happened to me recently with my friends that have passed away. It's like almost like it's not happening, but it did happen, but it's not. You know what I mean? So I want to read a little bit about what I have gathered and researched about the 3 stages of grief. And then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share from my heart and my personal experience, okay? So here we go. There are 3 stages of grief that are experienced by the ones left behind. We just lost a young lady in my home due to drugs. Her heart stopped on her. I am so sorry, Reverend. Is it normal for addicts to be addicted to coffee after getting clean? Absolutely, yes. Caffeine, yes, totally normal. Happens a lot. I'm addicted to coffee too, so coffee and caffeine. So here we go. Each stage needs to be felt and lived through in order to successfully proceed to the next stage. Numbness, disorganization, and reorganization are these stages. In the midst of the grief journey, we sometimes feel there is no ending to the pain of loss. There is no formalized way to sever the relationship you have maintained with the deceased. What are you to do with the emotional investment of a lifetime? The body may be buried, but the emotions of those who love the deceased continue to survive. The journey through grief can be different for everyone. We all follow our own path. However, there are some similar places we all need to tread to get through the grief and resume a normal and healthy life. So I also want to show y'all this one too. I'm dating an addict. What do I do? Just set boundaries. Be supportive of their sobriety if they have some. If they don't have sobriety, I would encourage them to get sober. But make sure you set boundaries, honestly, because us addicts, we are really good at what we do, and we can just manipulate you and just get everything we want. So make sure you set good, healthy boundaries, okay? That would be my number one suggestion to you. So, I also read this one where there's 5 stages of grief. So I know that whenever I go through grief, like recently, what always happens to me first is I don't believe it. Like my first thought is like, is this really happening? Like this can't be true. You know what I mean? Disbelief. That's what it is. Disbelief. And then I will move into like just feeling out of control, like just lost. Here, I'm going to read this to you. 5 stages of grief. Listen to this. Denial, disbelief, anger, getting angry, getting mad, bargaining, going back and forth. Like, God, I'll give you this if you could just give me her back. Like bargaining back and forth. Depression, and then acceptance. Okay? Let's read about these 5 stages. Here we go. Denial. The first stage in this theory, denial, helps us minimize the overwhelming pain of loss. As we process the reality of our loss, we are also trying to survive emotional pain. Man, I'm telling you what, you guys. It's so easy to just say it didn't happen and almost feel like it's not really happening. It's not really reality. Do you know what I'm saying? But what I have learned from having my friends pass away is that I have to get to acceptance so I can be okay. Okay, I truly believe that my higher power, God, does not put anything on my plate that I can't handle. Okay, and I truly believe that when somebody is taken from this earth and they were somebody I was friends with, I believe that it is a learning, something for me to learn in that experience. What was it, 3 years ago, my friend Ashley passed away. She actually took her own life. She was addicted to drugs. She was really bad off. She had been abusing Imodium AD. She had a very bad heroin addiction, and she was able to get off of heroin and get onto the Imodium AD, but she was addicted to those really, really bad. She took so many every single day. And she felt so hopeless that she took her own life. Hey Trisha, hey girl, I'm so glad that you're here. Welcome to my TikTok. You guys, this is Trisha. For those of you guys that didn't know, this is Hannah's mom, Rachel's best friend. So I'm glad that you're here, and I just want you to know that tonight we're talking about grief, and the reason why we're talking about grief is because I have been working with some ladies and some gentlemen who have lost their daughters and sons to the disease of addiction. And since Rachel's passing, I have been working on sharing people's stories who have went because of addiction. And so actually Rachel passing away inspired me to want to share people's kids' stories, and so I don't want Rachel to be forgotten. I don't want her death to be for nothing. And so we have been sharing other people's stories, and I've met so many amazing moms and dads. And so we voted tonight on talking about grief and just how to get through it together. And so I'm so glad you're here. So the first stage of grief, like I was saying, is denial. And I will tell you guys this right now. I feel like I am going through that stage right now. Like, I'm like, this can't really be happening. Every time I lose somebody that's close to me, that's automatically what I default back to is this really happening? What the fuck is going on here? How could this be? You know what I mean? Hey, Joe, what's up? I think that for me, it's my brain's way of trying to escape the hurt, and it's my way of dealing with that pain. I know that I cannot stay in denial, though, because if I want to be able to be of service and share my friends' stories so that way they won't die in vain, I have to get past denial so that way I can get to acceptance. You know what I'm saying? And I know that everyone's grief stages and process is different, but I don't know if you guys have noticed this, but I am really fucking gung-ho. And so when something happens, I am like, I got to get this taken care of. I got to overcome this. I got to help other people. Anytime anything like this happens to me and I lose a friend to the disease of addiction, you guys, I want to help other people. That is how I heal. How I heal is by experiencing the loss, taking it in, and then helping other people who have experienced those same losses and help them work through their pain. And that helps me heal my pain, which is the most amazing thing, if you ask me. Helping other people helps me every single day. It gives me purpose. It's my passion. It's what keeps me moving forward. If I didn't have others to help, I don't think I would be alive today. I would be, I would not be here because I have to have this, you guys. It helps me so much. Denial is not only an attempt to pretend that the loss does not exist. We are also trying to absorb and understand what is happening. So it's like a processing stage, because when we're in denial, we're at a pause, right? We're not moving forward. We're not moving backward. We're just there. The second stage of grief is anger. Okay? And I know this one all too well, because anytime I experience feelings, a lot of the times, if it's an emotional feeling, if it's a sad feeling, it comes out in anger. I won't be mad, but that's one of the feelings that I know how to express the easiest. Do you know what I'm saying? Now, since I've gotten sober, and I've been sober for a little bit, I'm super emotional. I'm not ashamed to show my vulnerable side, and I have gotten a lot better. But when I was in active addiction, getting angry was the easiest thing for me to do. You know what I'm saying? Just pop off, pop off, pop off. But as I have healed and stayed sober and worked on myself, now I'm able to not just get angry. You know what I'm saying? So let me read to you guys about anger. It is common to experience anger after the loss of a loved one. We are trying to adjust to a new reality, and we are likely experiencing extreme emotional discomfort. There is so much to process that anger may feel like it allows us an emotional outlet. Keep in mind that anger does not require us to be very vulnerable. However, it tends to be more socially acceptable than admitting we are scared. Anger allows us to express emotion with less fear of judgment or rejection. Unfortunately, anger tends to be the first thing we feel when we start to release emotions related to loss. This can leave you feeling isolated in your experience and perceived as unapproachable by others in moments when we could benefit from comfort, connection, and reassurance. So, I can see where getting angry can maybe people around us that would normally be there to comfort us and let us know that we are there, that could scare them and make them think, oh, I can't talk to them about this. I can't go over there. I don't want to upset them. What we're all here in this group to do is to help each other. We are here to help each other. We are here to support each other. We are here to encourage each other. We are here to love each other. We are all going through something similar together. And the great thing about having groups like this, you guys, is that we don't have to go through it by ourselves. You know, and I know it might seem like, what the fuck, Nicole? We're all strangers, right? You guys, I meet some of those most amazing people in these meetings right here when we all get to chit-chatting. Okay, I have met amazing friends through these recovery supports. I met Rachel through recovery, through her reaching out for help. I met her best friend Hannah because Rachel was reaching out for help, and I got to be a part of both of these girls' lives who were absolutely amazing and so beautiful and so smart and just wonderful human beings. You know what I'm saying? These are connections, you guys, that I normally wouldn't be able to have because we're located in different parts of the United States. You know, but because of recovery and that bond that we have because we struggled, that brings us together. And I mean, it means so much to me to be able to be of service to other people and to support them, you guys. It means so much to me. I love helping people, and I would do anything to help anyone, and no matter what point of their life they were in. I think that what happens is we all get so numb to each other, and we don't, like, I feel like people don't connect anymore. That it's all about looking perfect and putting on a show for everybody to think that we're okay. And it's okay for us not to be okay, and it's okay for us to support each other. You know what I'm saying? And so I try to put that out there to help other people, you know, and it brings me so many amazing people in my life that I normally would have never been able to meet if I hadn't have let my guard down and opened my heart up to helping people, you know? Sorry, you guys, I get a little emotional. Let me read what y'all are saying. Trisha says, oh God, my baby, thank you for being a part of her life. Trisha, I am so happy that I got to be a part of Hannah's life, and I am just honestly so devastated about everything that's going on. And I haven't talked about it on here, and I won't, but I just cannot believe what's happening, and I'm just so upset. It's just still not all real to me yet. People need people more than they need pride. Sister Luck, exactly. That's what my sponsor used to tell me. Pride goeth before the fall. Okay? And I used to do this all the time. I would get sober and I would try to do it on my own. I would say, I don't need you. I don't need support. I got this. Don't worry about me. And every single time I would fall because I would be trying to trudge that fucking journey on my own. I would be trying to go up this steep ass mountain without any fucking gear or anybody to push my fat ass up the hill. You know what I'm saying? Like, at least now I have you guys to help me. You guys are cheering me on. Y'all are pushing me. And I need that in my life, you know, and I know you guys do too. Hey, rockin' cool dude. Hey, Carissa, she passed away, honey. Is that you, Glenn? Are you in here? Is that you, GP Is that you? I don't care if you talk about it on live. Let's just not post a video. I totally understand. I lost my BFF to OD 2 months ago. She lived on the other side of the country. Oh, sister, I'm so sorry. I relapsed after 2 years. I'm so disappointed in myself. Don't be disappointed in yourself, okay? Listen to me, Ranger. I was telling everybody about this earlier. So you relapsed. Stop saying that you relapsed. First of all, you had an episode of use, okay? Okay? Third of all, second, whatever number I'm on of all, you have to start looking at these episodes of use as not a failure, Not this horrible, like, oh my gosh, you lose all your time. Guess what? You look at it like this from now on. Okay, I gained experience. Now I know what I don't need to do. Okay, so I slipped. I fell back. I got high, right? What was it that was happening in your life that led you to picking up that day? Did you have stress going on? Did you break up with your girlfriend? Did you have a test in school? Did you have a friend that you were getting in a fight with? All these things can play a role in you going and having that episode of use. And so if you can learn something from that experience, then guess what? It wasn't for nothing. And guess what that's also going to do? It's going to help you to not make that same mistake again. One of the things that I have learned in my sobriety, and the reason why I've stayed sober for almost 6 years, is because I learned that when I get a job and I start working full time, and I stop doing my recovery meetings and my therapy, I relapse. Because all I do is focus on my job and I let everything go to the wayside. Well, guess what? Now that I'm working full time, I have my recovery front and center first. I'm always doing my recovery. I do my recovery during my job, after my job, and around my job. That's you, isn't it, Glenn? Okay. Yeah, I have a full-time job and a child and hide it from my family. I can't seem to stop on my own. Hey, Miss Whatever, you speak the truth and you're my favorite TikToker. I just got out of rehab from opiates. What's up, Kimberly? I'm so happy to hear that. I am really honored that you feel like that. I really appreciate it. Hello, have you ever heard of someone testing positive for poppy seeds? Chocolate Boss, I have, and I actually have a video here on my TikTok about it. I have a full-time job and a child. Okay, so Miss Whatever, are you on opiates or methamphetamine? So, okay, you guys, let's go to the next step, which is bargaining, okay? And then I'm going to talk to you guys about some serious stuff, okay? I'm in a MAT program for 6 years and never have ever tested for 6 years. That's great. So Glenn, we're going to talk about that too, okay? So let me read this bargaining real fast. Bargaining is the third step in grief. When coping with loss, it isn't usual to feel so desperate that you are willing to do almost anything to alleviate or minimize the pain. Losing a loved one can cause us to consider any way we can avoid the current pain or the pain we are anticipating from loss. There are many ways we may try to bargain, and I'm going to read them to you guys. God, if you can heal this person, I will turn my life around. I promise to be better if you will let this person live. I'll never get angry again if you can stop him or her from dying or leaving me. We're talking about grief, Nicole. So when we're bargaining, we are directing our request towards our higher power or something that's bigger than us that we think can actually pull that income, right? Actually make what we are requesting happen. Okay? I can remember bargaining while I was in jail. I wasn't grieving, but I was bargaining. I was praying my foxhole prayer. Dear Lord Jesus, please get me out of here today. I will never do methamphetamine again. Dear Lord Jesus, if you just let me free today, I will never do Xanax again. And I was so terrible, you guys, just terrible. Now, I have experienced this also when losing a friend. And so I want to share something with you guys. Miss Trisha is in here. This is Hannah's mom. And so I can share with you guys I can't share details, but I can share with you guys a little bit about what happened. So my friend Rachel, that was Hannah's best friend, like best friend since they were little girls. You know, Rachel passed away because she had an overdose last week. And so that was tragic, you guys, tragic. I mean, it literally was so upsetting for me because I have never gotten so invested or attached to a young lady and her story and wanting to help her as I did with Rachel. Like, she was just, I mean, this girl was just a spitfire. Well, her friend was they were both just two little spitfires, hilarious, funny, beautiful, witty, just good-hearted people. They were best friends. And I know you guys know that Rachel was she had a guy that was after her, that he was human trafficking her. Well, this morning, Hannah, I don't even know how to say it without like saying it Hannah was murdered this morning outside of her apartment. And luckily, Trisha has been in contact with the police and the detectives, and they're going to get all these things taken care of. But I just want you guys to understand that this is so fucking serious. This is so serious. Not only did Rachel pass, but now this has come over into her best friend's life and affected her life. And all Hannah was trying to do was help Rachel get better. There are people out there who do not care about you. There are people out there that will use you and take you for everything you have. When you have a man that is telling you you can't live without him, he wants you to stay with him and nobody else, or you have to go out and make him money, and they literally brainwash you, run for the hills. Get away from those people, okay? Because those people do not care about you. This situation is nothing I've ever experienced in my recovery helping other people ever in my life. This is out of my scope, okay? This is a lot. I've never had anything like this happen, but I'll tell you guys this. This didn't have to happen. What happened was a result of these girls reaching out for help and not getting taken seriously. And today when I talked to the police officers, I told them that. I said, this is bullshit, because they were making the reports. They were making the reports over and over again. They told them what was going on. And they did not take this situation seriously. Okay? And I truly believe that. I believe that if Rachel was not somebody who was struggling with addiction, then they would have been more apt to help. Okay? It wasn't until Hannah actually started getting harassed by this piece of shit motherfucker that they were actually, and her mom had to go up there and raise Cain to get help. They were failed, you guys. And I told you guys about this last week with Rachel. The police department in Tennessee was a fucking joke. When this person tracked them all the way to Tennessee, and then these fucking police officers were like, oh, I'm sorry, we can't hold him. It's your word against ours. It was beyond me. I was like, is this really happening right now? Yes, you guys, that's what happened. Okay, so what I'm trying to tell you guys is that this is a tragedy. Trisha's here. Hannah's mom is in the chat with us. If you guys could please all be kind and give her uplifting words of encouragement. Let her know that we're here for her to support her. Let her know that we love her. Let her know that we have her back. Let her know that she can lean on us if she needs to. And you guys, this is totally just, we are all just blindsided, okay? But we have to do what we have to do to get justice. So everybody, we just need to focus on praying. Pray for Trisha. Pray that the detectives do their job and get justice, and just follow through to the utmost that they can. Okay? Like, this is really fucking serious. Okay? When we get into addiction and we start fucking around with unsavory characters, then we don't know, and we are bringing that to our families and people that we love. Do I think that Rachel did any of this on purpose? Absolutely not. I believe that Rachel thought if she wasn't here anymore, that Hannah would be safe. I truly believe that she thought, I'm gonna go ahead and go, and that way my best friend will be okay. You know, because this guy was threatening her just all the whole time, you guys, okay? And so this is a tragedy, okay? A tragedy. After all this goes through and the courts are all finished and done, I'm sure Miss Trisha is going to want to share her daughter's story and help other women that are in the same situation. And I want you guys to know, if you're a woman who is in this situation, who cannot escape the grips of someone who is abusing you and harming you, please let me tell you this. Please get away before it's too late. Please take this seriously, okay? Because this disease and these people do not give a fuck about you. And I honestly I'm very, very concerned and very scared for Trisha's life. And I'm just praying, and we are all praying, you guys. So I don't want to make it about that because I don't want to just keep talking about it. But I do want you guys to be here to support Trisha, and I want you guys to know that I didn't want to lie to you guys and tell you, because I know you guys knew that I was upset about something, but I just don't want to jeopardize anything that's going on to make sure that these people are put away for a long time, for life, okay? I will tell you guys this. I have learned so much in the last month from working with these girls, or working with Rachel and being friends with Hannah. Okay, like I feel like I was blessed to be able to be their friend. I feel like God put them in my life for a reason, so that way we could connect with each other. And I feel like I have learned so much, and I will be able to help other women that are in the same situation. You know, it's just tragic, okay? So that's another reason why I want us to talk about grief today, because I am going through grief. I know a lot of you guys are going through grief, and we can go through our grief together, okay? So, like I was saying, the first 3 stages of grief are denial, bargaining, and then anger, okay? And then let's go, or depression. Now let's go to the acceptance line. When we come to a place of acceptance, it is not that we no longer feel the pain of loss. However, we are no longer resisting the reality of our situation. And we are not struggling to make it something different. Sadness and regret can still be present in this phase, but the emotional survival tactics of denial, bargaining, and anger are less likely to be present. I want to read this line to you guys. Acceptance is the answer to all my problems today. I know you guys have heard this. It's in the AA book, okay? That is the truth. So whenever I find something in my life that is affecting me negatively, I have to learn to accept that. Because here's the thing. Nothing, absolutely nothing, happens in God's hands, in His world, by mistake. Everything that we are going through right now is part of a bigger plan, okay? It might seem like, why would you do this to me? God, why would you take my daughter from me? Why would you take my friends from me? Why would you take my son from me? Why would you take my husband, my dad, my wife, my mother? Why? There is a purpose for you. If you are someone who has lost a loved one, you have a greater purpose. Don't let your purpose pass you by. Don't stay stuck. Don't lay in the bed crying, okay? Get up and fight. Get up and share their story. Do not let your loved one go in vain, okay? I'm so dead serious to you guys. Ever since I have started sharing my story on YouTube and TikTok, I have shared my friends' stories that have passed away, and it has given me so much healing. It helps me every single day that I get to talk. My friend Ashley, I get to tell her story. I get to share about what a wonderful person she was. I get to share about how she was like literally could play the piano like Beethoven. I get to help other people by sharing what she went through, because other people can relate to that. The same with my best friend, Nikki. Nikki, I share her story all the time, you guys, and it helps other people that have been through that. I think what happens is we can get stuck in this spot where we think that we shouldn't share. We think that sharing it is something that maybe people will think we're stupid, or maybe people will think, what's wrong with that girl over there? Why is she sharing so much about that? Don't listen to what other people say, okay? If I listen to what other people say, hey Omar, if I listen to what other people say every single day, you guys, I would not be on here sharing anything with you. I would just be over there in the corner crying, because I get comments every single day calling me names, telling me I'm this, that, and the third. This is my purpose. You find your purpose and you use your purpose to help others. I'm telling you, I know that Rachel and Hannah, their passing is going to help so many women. And their story will live on, and we'll be able to help other women get free from the grips of human trafficking, you guys. Hannah was like the best friend that you always wish you had. I would tell Rachel that every time we talked on the phone, because Rachel would say, Nicole, Hannah is so dramatic. And I'd go, girl, you need to shut the fuck up. You have the best. She is loyal to you. When I tell you that Hannah was a ride or die best friend, she went to the ends of the earth trying to help Rachel get sober, you guys. I wish that when I was in my active addiction that I had a friend like that. You know, I burned all my bridges with my friends. And Hannah was one of those people who she just would not let Rachel burn that bridge. She was there for her no matter what. You know, we all could have used a friend like Hannah in our lives. When I tell you this girl had a heart of gold, heart of gold. If she could have gotten sober for Rachel, she would have done all the work for her and then given her the sobriety. I'm not even lying to you guys. That's how big of a heart this girl had for her best friend. I admire the kind of friendship that she was able to give Rachel. I can only hope to be half the friend that Hannah was to Rachel. It was amazing. Hey, Marilyn. No, Rachel passed away last week, Marilyn. But anyway, I'm sorry, you guys. I know that I'm getting a little bit, on an emotional tangent, but I just have so many things are going on right now. She would have, Lily, yes. Yes, and you guys, Lily and her had started to become friends also, and this was all because of recovery, you guys. All because of recovery. This is how we all got connected. Okay? We were all trying to help. Well, Marilyn, you know what? I bet you her spirit is here. You know, I never thought about that. Thank you for bringing that up. I don't want to keep rehashing it, you guys. I don't want to keep saying what happened over and over and over again. We'll just say that we lost two amazing women and that it is fucking tragic. You know what I'm saying? It's tragic. And now we are talking about the 3 stages of grief. We kind of wrap that up. Now what I want to do is I want to know what you guys are struggling with. What do you want to talk about? How are you doing? What can I do to help you guys? Any questions that you have, bring them on. Yeah, you guys, when I'm telling you guys, there's some days where I just know, I'm like, I'm going to get on TikTok today and it is going to be like we're having church. Do you know what I'm saying? Because I love sharing with you guys things that help me stay on the straight and narrow. And it makes me excited. It gets me excited to be here with you guys and talk, you know? Yes, 305 love. I totally agree, girl. today me and my little boy and my husband, we went over to my mother-in-law's house because we had to get this big old carpet out of her backyard. Y'all, did you hear that? Dee Dee says, I got an accountability partner today, so I'm not so nervous about getting off probation. Thanks, Nicole. That's what's up, girl. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. You did the right thing. I'm very, very proud of you, Dee Dee. Seriously. And I wasn't trying to bust your chops the other day when you came in, but I just wanted you to realize like how important it is to get connected with somebody, because I know what it's like to get off of parole. I was on parole. And honey, when I got off parole, you know what happened? I relapsed. I'm 18 months sober. I just don't have in me yet to help anyone. I'm not ready. Should I feel bad? Oh, no, absolutely not, Teresa. Teresa, there are ways you can help people as a newcomer. Let me explain. So, you don't have to sponsor people. You can just offer. Just by offering someone your phone number, just by leaving a kind message or comment on somebody's video or post, okay? Giving people rides to meetings, making the coffee at a meeting, you know, just being there to help others when they need you. Those are ways that you can be of service without like totally jumping in and getting over your head right away. So no, don't feel bad at all. Yeah, just by telling your story. Exactly. My fear is losing my brother the same way I lost my dad. I'm so sorry, Sammy. Nicole, did you have a productive talk with Ashley the other day? Because she's really not well. No, I didn't. I mean, yeah, it was productive. So I talked to her. And honestly, you guys, I'm going to tell you like this. Ashley is struggling, okay? She is really, really struggling. The hate is getting to her. She said to me, the hate is so bad that it makes me want to get high, okay? Now, is Ashley ever going to admit to me that she is using? Probably not. But to me, her saying that was her way of telling me that she's struggling. Okay, and I told her that I am here for her and that she can call me, but I will call her again because I've been getting so many of you guys reaching out to me and letting me know that it's gotten a little bit worse. And so I want you guys to know that I have went into her live streams and I have looked and seen what was going on. And so I do see everything. I can't make her do anything. And so what I try to do is I try to call her and encourage her, you know? Yeah, Ashy Cat, yes. Not bringing it up, but it's too soon to find other. I'm having trouble staying clean from THC for probation. I know it's not the same, but how do you do it? Hey, what's up? So, are you hanging out with people that are smoking? Are you around people that are smoking? You got to get away from those people, places, and things. I mean, today without using. That's great, Heather. That's awesome. Good job. Heather, honestly, because it's just hard, girl. And so you're not going to be like yippee skippy every single day that you stay sober, right? You'll just start getting used to it after a while. So-called friend telling my mother that I'm still using dope and my wife knows. So 2020 ABG, you hear me? Make sure that you're not hanging out with anybody that's using. Get into something that keeps your mind busy. If it's some kind of sport, extracurricular activity, reading, I don't know, anything that can keep you busy from smoking. Because smoking is kind of like a hand-to-mouth thing. I used to smoke cigarettes for like 17 to 32. So however, 15 years or something. I stopped smoking cigarettes. So I know you can stop smoking weed. That's great, Ashley. Tim says, I have a friend that keeps telling my mother that I'm using dope and my wife knows I'm not. What can I do? You need to get rid of that friend because they obviously don't have your best interest at heart. Oh yes, therapy, meetings, a sponsor, mentor, all that kind of stuff. What if family uses and I live with them? Bubba K, that's hard. That's really hard. You know, I would like for you to get out of that situation. But if you can't, honestly, the best thing I would know to do is to get connected. Get connected with so many recovery resources and so many friends that are in recovery and so many meetings and therapy that you're busy so much that you're barely there to even notice. You know what I'm saying? As hard as this is for me, I just want to let all of you know you're worth it. Please get help. Absolutely, Trisha. I absolutely agree. Thank you. I don't have long left, and I'm ready to be done with check-ins. I'm sure you are, honey. I got a German Shepherd puppy to keep me busy now. Oh, that's a big responsibility. Think like your life depends on it. Absolutely. My mom is using, and I'm only 15. I'm not sure what to do. Oh, babe. Okay, you're 15 years old. Do you have a parent in the home that is not using EZR? Do you have a parent or a family member in your home or somewhere that you can connect with that is not using drugs? Because if you do, I would reach out to them and ask them for help. Is your mom like okay, or is she like not is she not awake? You guys, if you're young and you're under the age of 18 and you have somebody in your life that's using drugs and you come in here, I really want you to reach out to somebody that you're related to that's older than you that can help you. My grandma, but I just want her to stay sober along with her boyfriend. Oh, honey, I totally understand. Okay? Honestly, EZR, the only thing you can do, sweetheart, is stay with your grandma, make good grades, do the right thing, and just pray for your mom, okay? If you want to, you can invite your mom to some of our meetings here. I go live every night at 7:30 p.m. Central Standard Time, okay? I'm 15 and I can't stop smoking and popping pills. What can I do? Nothing but gas, 420. You need to reach out to your mom and dad or to a adult that can help you get treatment, okay? Because if you're struggling and you're only 15, you want to nip it in the bud now while you're young, okay? While you're young, and when you're young, you can get sober, and it'll be like, not like it was for me, because I'm old and I got sober at 32, and I'm telling you what, I was so tired, it was so difficult, I felt like it was a struggle. So if you're young, get sober now, okay? So I did not realize how many kids are in here all the time. Hey, Jessica, what's up, girl? So yeah, if you're under the age 18, guys, please reach out to a family member or someone that you look up to who's older than you to help you, because I really can't help you guys over the internet because you're young and I don't want to get in trouble. You know how it is on the internet. I just have to be really careful who I try to help, and so I can't help anybody under the age of 18. So I hope you understand. I can give you suggestions, but that's really about it. So I'll tell you guys this. I am just spent tonight. I'm emotional. I'm probably going to go upstairs, wash my face, and just lay down, and I'm going to pray tonight. I got a lot of praying I need to do, you know? Oh, I know, Christina. I know, girl. Well, I'm glad you ran into us. What about my latest stories, Jessica? No. Oh, thanks. Well, what we're doing now, you guys, for those of you guys that don't know, and if you want to be a part of it, I would love to have you. If you have a loved one who has passed away from the disease of addiction, and you are willing to share their story, if you will DM me, I will send you my phone number, and you can send me their pictures and a little paragraph about them, and I will make a video in their memory, and that way we can share it with other people and hopefully help people to not go out and relapse and die. So that's the purpose of making those videos. Is I want other people to maybe take what happened to people who have passed as a cautionary tale and change their lives. You know what I mean? Yeah, totally. And I'm here for you guys. Like, I work really hard to answer every single one of y'all's messages, okay? Bobbing and weaving, baby. Bobbing and weaving. Shift happens. You crack me up, dude. You crack me up. You know, when I get into telling my fucking story times, y'all, it is on and popping. You know what we'll do tomorrow? Hey, JR, what's up, baby? Yes, ma'am, it records. I'll send it to you. Yes, ma'am. I'll download it and send it to you as soon as I get done, okay? I really appreciate you, JR, for sending the love. You guys, I appreciate every single one of you, and thank you for being here and supporting Miss Trisha and being there and sending her kind words of love and support. I want you guys to know, like, I live for doing these live streams with you guys. This helps me. This helps me whenever I've had a day, whenever something's going on, and I feel like I can't go another day. I can come on here and I can share with you guys, and it helps me. It helps me stay sober one more day. And so thank you guys so much for helping me stay on the straight and narrow. Thank you for being a part of my recovery. I really, really do appreciate it. Tomorrow, we've been having some heavy conversations lately. Tomorrow, I'll try to lighten up the mood, and maybe I'll share a crazy little story time with you guys about my life. I'm trying to think. I have a perfect idea. I have a perfect idea for tomorrow for story time. What's up, JK? I see you in here. I have a perfect story for us tomorrow, you guys. Hey, Kim. How you doing, baby? Tomorrow, I'm going to share with you guys me and my husband's first Valentine's Day together. Dun, dun, dun. Okay? So it will be really, really funny. Y'all are going to laugh y'all's asses off. Yeah. So I don't think you'll be crying tomorrow. You'll be laughing. You might be laughing so hard that you cry. But what we'll do is we'll do it at our... Wait a second. Oh, tomorrow from 6:30 to 7:30, I'm going on a Zoom meeting. I'm telling my story on a Zoom meeting tomorrow for a treatment center. And so as soon as I get done with that, at 7:30, I will be here live, and I will share the story of our first Valentine's Day. So bring some snacks and some coffee, and be prepared to laugh your ass off. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I was addicted to IV drugs for over 13 years. I was shooting up. Tomorrow, I'll probably go live during the day around noon to do my makeup. And then tomorrow night at 7:30, okay? I really appreciate you guys for being here. I love you guys so much. And I will see you on the other side. See you tomorrow. Good night, you guys. Be good, be good, be good.